shall start the sexual reproduction. We have already discussed about asexual reproduction. Now, sexual reproductions. Reproduction in which two organisms of opposite sex takes part. Means that is the reproduction in which two parents takes part. Now the one is male and second one is female. Both are opposite sex. Male this one symbol and female this one symbol. Male gives male gametes and female gives female gametes. Male gametes is sperm and female gamete is ovum. Now the formation of gamete is called gametogenesis, means formation of both male gametes and female gametes combinedly called gametogenesis. Genesis means formation, gamete means formation of gamete is called gametogenesis. But a special name is also used for the sperm, for the formation of a sperm, that is spermatogenesis. While for the formation of ovum, the name is given oogenesis. So, and this now they both combines to form, that is fertilization. Means union of both gamete. Fertilization means union of both gamete. Fertilization is also called syngamy, and this fertilization causes the formation of zygote. And now the zygote undergoes several changes and embryo is formed. That process is called embryogenesis. So we see that first step before the zygote, and this is the formation, fertilization, and next one means that is above before fertilization, that is after fertilization. So that is known as pre-fertilization states, and this is called post fertilization stage, and this is the called fertilization. This is called fertilization. So we see that before the development, in the development of embryo, the formation of gametes, then opposite gametes, then they unite, forms zygote, and after certain changes, that's the zygote change into the embryo. So in this way the development of embryo takes place. Now in plants, especially plants, flower is the reproductive unit. And we know that flower contain androecium and gynoecium. It is male unit and it is female unit. It contains a stamen and it contains pistil. It contains pistil. That is the male unit and that is the female unit. Now the flower having both male and female unit is called bisexual, but flower having either male or female unit is called unisexual, and if it is contain male, that is known as estaminate, and if contain females, that is known pistillate. And the plants having both male and female units called monoecious, and plants having either male or female unit called dioecious. Examples: papaya, coconut, and monoecious you all know the channels. So in this way the plants in animals unisexuals and bisexual both types are also found. And another word we use for the bisexual animal is hermaphrodite, means having both sexes. Examples: in this way, although they have some hermaphrodites, but there is no self-fertilization, but cross-fertilization takes place. In this way, the plants show their sexuality, plants and animals show their sexuality if the both sexes are present. If the both sexes are present in the same, that is bisexuals, and in the different units, that is unisexual. For example, man is the example of unisexual. Both male and females are separate. Now in the plants, blooming of flower is also important. There are several types of plants we know. Plants which bloom only once in a year in its lifespan. Usually the annual plants do that. And examples: paddy, wheat, bamboo, it also bloom once in a year, and that is in between 50 to 100 years. So in the after the 50 or 100 years it blooms, and after the blooming its flower, then it dies. So such type of plant which bloom once in its life called monocarpic. So these are the plants which bloom. There are also so many plants, you know that they, and the plants which bloom several times in its life cycle, that is called polycarpic. Understand? Means flower blooming several times in its life cycle called polycarpic. So they are the plants which bloom. Some plants bloom once in its life cycle, and some, and interesting example is Astrobiplantes kunthiana. This plant found in mostly South India, and it blooms after each 12 years. And at the same time all the plants bloom usually in the month of September, October, and lastly it bloomed in the year 2018, and so it blooms once after every 12 years. So it's a attraction for the publics. So it's a attraction for the publics. In this way you see that they are each year. Some plants bloom each year, some after 50 or 100 years in its life cycle, some after 12 years. So such type of plants blooms, and they takes parts in the fertilization